That's the new way I'm going to introduce all my videos. I hope you guys enjoy it because I love doing it. The person in front of me on the highway is probably terrified because all they saw was that face screaming in their back window because I got places to be, dude. I'm going to update everybody on the life of Logan and the project situation and what we got going on. As of right now, I have the notchback. It's almost done. I got to put a dyno tune together. When by that I mean I got to make Hal tune it. Hal is my boss at Dynasty, and he's the tuner. And I got to make him tune it. I'm gonna jet it for a million shot, not tell him, and just see what happens. It's got a TH400 in it now. I'll come back to that. But for the time being, I have another surprise. That actually, it's not a surprise if you're friends with me on Facebook or you pay attention to anything I post on social media. It's not going to be a surprise, but I have a 2-minute car review for this evening. But I have one thing I want to do first. So I know I have not posted an update on this car in a while, and that's my fault. I apologize profusely. I want to get booted out of my neighborhood. That's my goal. I'm going to try to get kicked out of here. And, well, I've never driven the car, only on and off the trailer. So I figured since it's lived on a trailer, I should drive it for the first time, you know, on a trailer. I'm just gonna shoehorn my ass in here. All right, also, put a TH400 in the car. I'm gonna explain that in another video specifically about the Mustang, but for now, I just have one goal. All right. It runs. That's a start. Again. First drive went well. Here's the best part. Oh man, I didn't think this through. Oh, I got you, little crazy. Oh, I didn't think any of that through. I'm not gonna sound tough. I really gotta sweep this up because not so much the neighbors, because I don't care what any of you think, but my fiance will be very upset with me if I don't finish cleaning up the rubber out here. So I think honestly, let me just set that down. I think I could probably glue that back to the tires, but we'll wait on that. Now that that's done, I can introduce to you the new member of the Clapped Out Fleet. A lot of people are gonna hit the unsubscribe button when they see this car, but I don't care because it's super dope and it touches my roots, you know? Can you guess what it is? Can you guess? Yeah. Can you guess? Can you guess what it is? Can you guess what it is? Oh, I should probably plug that. That's not good. It's a Honda. Look at this thing, sick. Also, there is a lot of tire smoke in here still. This shows you I don't take multiple takes for these videos. I just do it once and get it over with. But ITR front, and well, it's like a ton of this stuff is ITR, and the real Volks, sick. Right-hand drive, super sick. This thing is so dope. I love it. I picked up a 240SX, and a friend of mine from the Chicagoland area, he had finished building this car, started life as a USDM Integra RS 2000, no rust, front to back. And he cut the whole car down to pieces and he made himself his own Integra Type R JDM spec. And I am a Honda kid at heart. I love Hondas. Also love the Chrysler 300 that gets me to work every day. But this thing, I couldn't say no. I had to have it. And I drove to Indiana and back and picked it up last weekend. And I'm gonna walk you through it. First of all, the old Integra Hype R, which is, it's a pretty dope name. It has a JDM B18C Type R engine. So that is a JDM Type R with a B16 trans, a bunch of Synchrotech goodies, LSD, 4.7 final drive. This thing tops out at like 120. It's like... It has good valve train, CTR cams. It revs to 9,300. Yep, 9,300 RPM. And I'm gonna take you for a cruise around in this Japanese hot rod. So one of the dope things about this is it has an ITRX chassis harness with keyless entry. I was told there was only 400 of these made with this option, and I think it's super awesome. I know it's like silly to be stoked on something like so simple, but I've never had a Honda with anything like that, so that's cool. Inside the car, it obviously is right-hand drive. Took me a little while to get used to this thing because I've never had a a JDM car. A lot of the features work that have never worked in Hondas. I have air conditioning, which is cool. I have a gauge cluster that actually works. I have a key that starts the car. I have a security system and an actual radio, a monster can that's empty. I'm such a filthy bastard. Anyway, the whole thing, it's just super JDM. Look at that, Recaro. I got a pair of Recaros. I'm just such a fan. He even gave me, hold on, give me a second. An Acura umbrella. And a road flare. I got a road flare, dude. I'm gonna call it a road flare. I hope that's a road flare, not a stick of dynamite, but it's very cool. Let's just start this hog up. Oh, dude, all the ponies on freaking tap. Now, here's the thing. I had a CRX that I really regret selling. I sold it to buy an engagement ring for my fiance, so you can imagine how cheap that engagement ring was. The 91 Honda. But I regretted selling it, and now I have one again. Look at my seatbelt down. Hold on. One second. All right, so I regret selling that thing, but if you watch the video, that was a GSR swap CRX, and it's really hard to film in a high revving Honda and drive at the same time. And I'm not high rent, and I don't have a bunch of fancy tools to make videos with. I'm sweaty. I should turn my AC on. You know what though? I don't want to boss hog all the power away from the car, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off and just sweat it out. Point being, there's gonna be a lot of just phones sitting up and listening to the glory that is hand to power. The left side of the road, I feel like this is where it belongs, but I can't. I gotta drive on the right side of the road because of ridiculous laws and restrictions against fun having in America. My thing is, like, if I identify as, as being in Japan, then I should be able to drive just wherever I want, all over this MFR, I don't care. The car was very well sorted. It's got a bunch of nice parts on it. And something about just driving something simple and straightforward that I started my motorsports adventures with the Honda game. And a lot of people laugh at that, but it was cheap, good fun, and you could be an idiot and still have fun with it, which worked out so well for me. It's just right in my niche. Are you a moron? Yeah? We got something for you. And if you can't laugh at yourself like I can, building a single cam turbo Honda, and when LS1 cars are as cheap as they are, and you want to go fast, let's just get the intelligence meter out. So here's the thing that F's me up in this car. The wipers are on the left and the turn signals are on the right. So I constantly put my turn signals on when I want to signal for a turn.
I meant to say wipers. I constantly put my wipers on when I want to turn.
The other thing that's bizarre, and I'm yelling because it's very loud in here. It's a 2000 Honda. There's not a lot of sound deadening. But the other thing that's bizarre with a right-hand drive car is I'm always used to hugging the shoulder, but on the left side of the car. So you have to rethink the way you're positioned inside the lane. And there's so many times I'll literally be like right yonder and not realize it until I'm getting pulled over by the police, which I hope that's not a cop behind me. It's just a unique and different feel. Through and through. And it's refreshing, and it has revitalized my passion for motorsports. When I do a follow-up video on the notchback, you'll understand I was just so beat down by that thing, and it was supposed to be a fun-loving project, and it just turned into problem after problem after problem until finally I got it sorted. And you saw earlier how I handled finally getting to drive that thing. So that's where I am mentally. I talked about the final drive. I'm 70 miles an hour, 4,200 RPM, and I'm in the final gear. That's fifth gear, and this thing's singing. But I got until 9,000 RPM to play with, so I'm not too sweating. I'm not too sweating. I'm not sweating it. I'm not sweaty. I'm sweaty, but I'm not sweating it. The other thing I love about this car is it's got a JDM Integra Type R exhaust on it. So it's not that obnoxious when you're just cruising around. But when it hits the old VTEC, it gets a little saucy. Little saucy. All right, we're at the Proving Grounds, which is a name I just came up with. If I can't, there's no way I'm gonna be able to hold this and shift. But I want you to hear what I'm dealing with. Woo! Daddy knows how to shift. Kinda remember. God, I hope that's not a cop. It's not. It's a Prius. I'm just on alert. Yeah, that's right. Keep on driving, Jelly Boy. I know you're jealous of this sauce. It's actually a nice truck. I really like the new Silverados. It's a nice truck. So if he sees that, I wasn't really being mean. I think you got a nice vehicle, sir. All right, so I am home. This is your 2-minute car review. I'm gonna give you a summation of this experience, and I'm gonna leave it at that, and then you guys can bash me in the comments for buying a 4-cylinder, and I don't care because I got a Hype R and you don't. Oh, it's dirty. Get the dirt off of it. Well, a little sweat situation. Okay, so the car's mechanics are a ton of fun. The suspension is stiff as can be, but it's nimble. The car's light. The gear ratio is what makes this car. Having super close gear ratio with a final drive like it has, V16 trans with a 4.7 final drive. I know it tops out real low, but this car makes me want to learn how to drive on a road course. It makes me learn how to want to turn a car instead of just go straight. But I am super stoked on this thing. Not so stoked that I'm not going to sell it. I'm sure I'll sell it. But at the same time, just being able to own it for the time being and enjoy it, I'm going to start doing a star system. I give it, man, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7.8 out of 10, okay? And the reason I'm leaving the 2.2, I didn't do good in mathematics. The 2.2 comes from the aggravation from forgetting the signal sides. It comes from not having a turbo on it, which is a prerequisite, and being front wheel drive. The only reason I use for front wheel drive as a negative is because I prefer rear wheel drive or all wheel drive, but it's still, for a road course car, if I was gonna get my feet wet again, that's absolutely what I would start with anyway, because I don't know how to turn a car without putting it into a wall. I am back. Constant content is my goal. I say that so much, but I really want to focus on growing our channel and growing our subscribers because I love being able to share this stuff with you. So more stuff is coming. The Notchback final series is coming up. The RX-7 will be back in action any day now. I have some stuff to finish on that, and I have an ITR Hype R that will fill the gap for the time being, or get listed for sale. Either way, thank you for tuning in. If you slow that down, I said clappedout.com/store. We got merch on sale. New drops are coming. Shout out 1320 Video because they're on a banner in my garage. Everybody have a wonderful night. Peace. This is your friendly reminder that Logan has gone faster than Rye in the quarter mile. Yeah.